at those cakes, man.
Whoa. What is this?
Friday, February 28th, 1997.
Did we turn off the lights for this one? I feel like we turn off the lights for this one. I feel like we definitely turn off the lights for this one. 1,000,000%. I think there's one where we turn off the lights down low, buddy. We turn the lights down low.
Two professional bank robbers overtake a North Hollywood branch in Los Angeles, sporting a military-grade arsenal and covered nearly head to toe in body armor. And as fate would have it, an LAPD officer in the right place at the right time witnessed the moment the gunman entered the bank.
What happened to Snog, by the way? Does anyone
Police
know where
soon had the
Snog
men
is?
surrounded, expecting the men to barricade inside. But instead, the two robbers swiftly exited the bank, spraying over 1,000 rounds at police. Over 44 minutes, and 2,000 rounds exchanged.
Wait, where's Snog, by the way? Where the hell does Snog even go?
Streets of North Hollywood turned into a living hell.
Snog bailed on us? I haven't seen him forever. Wait, is the audio good or is this loud? Guys, get your popcorn now, boys. Get your popcorn now. These are good videos. Get your popcorn, get your blanket, get your soda pop.
The two gunmen behind the North Hollywood shootout first met at a Gold's Gym in Venice Beach, California. Larry Phillips Jr., a Los Angeles native and proficient real estate scammer, and Emil Matasareanu, a Romanian immigrant and college graduate with an above-average IQ. They were close in age and talked everything weightlifting and bodybuilding and whatever else the fuck gym rats talk about. Chicken breasts, probably. Despite the contrast of their upbringings, the two quickly became close friends outside of the gym. They bonded over firearms, philosophical ideas. They talked about their tough childhoods and their mutual hatred for authority. As Larry Phillips Jr. grew up around an ex-convict father who struggled with the law, and Matasareanu, who grew up watching his home country of Romania violently collapse in 1989 on live TV. Their hatred
start the
for the
school
world
slush?
and
No,
figures who
dude,
ran
that
it
sucks.
ran deep. In October of 1993, the two found themselves in some serious trouble when they were traffic stopped by an undercover Glendale detective while operating a stolen rental car. When the detective made contact with the vehicle, Phillips gave the officer a fake name. He then asked the men who the vehicle belonged to which Matasareanu replied that the vehicle belonged to Phillips's mother. And after making checks, the detective ordered Phillips to step out of his vehicle, at which point the detective located a Glock 17 with a 33-round extended magazine in Phillips's waistband. Matasareanu, still inside the vehicle, then tucked his pistol beneath the seat. Backup arrived, and both men were taken into custody. The vehicle was seized, and a laundry list of weapons and suspicious items.
Wait, so I have a question for you, buddy. How often do you go to school? Wait, not often you go to school. How often do you work? Don't you work? I'm doing it online now. Wait, that's not too bad then. That's actually not too bad. I was about to say, dude, I was about to say that really sucks though. They have to do like work and school on top of that. I know that. I remember that grind. I remember that grind like it was yesterday, buddy.
Covered from within, ranging from a Norinco, 1,700 rounds of 7.62, 3 Chinese-made 75-round drum magazines, 6 smoke bombs, 2 IEDs, a gas mask, wigs, 3 different California license plates, and 2 spray cans of gray hair coloring. That's right, these jokers were locked and loaded with some Just for Men. Now it's a party. Larry Phillips was charged with conspiracy to commit robbery,
to make him look different,
unlawful weapons activity, carrying a loaded and...
Well, that's kind of smart though. 2 older men. If they have all silver hair, it'd be like 2 older men. You know what I mean?
Concealed firearm and felony perjury. On December 27th, both men were only sentenced to less than 1 year in jail.
But how though? When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full starve them, set. Okay.
On June 14th, 1995, in the Los Angeles neighborhood of Winnetka, at approximately 12 p.m., Phillips and Matasareanu stalked a Brinks truck. They followed the armored vehicle until it made a stop. They watched as the guard got out and made a delivery. As the guard returned and opened the back doors of the armored truck and was at his most vulnerable, Phillips and Matasareanu opened fire with AK-47.
Holy shit!
Both guards were shot, and $120,000 was stolen.
Dude, these guys are crazy. Why did they lock him up the first time?
The Brinks guards luckily survived, and the robbery quickly made headlines. Given the level of violence, tactics deployed, and weaponry used, the FBI took exceptional interest, who they deemed at the time the AK-47 bandits. And it wasn't long until they struck again. On March 27, 1996, in the area of Woodland Hills, Phillips and Matassarino attempted to overtake another Brinks truck, but miserably failed. They once again stalked the armored vehicle and opened fire after it stopped, but the driver took off. They chased the vehicle briefly before fleeing the scene, and once they got away, they ditched their vehicle and set it on fire. Despite the recent failure, only 2 months later, the men graduated to bank robbery. And on the morning of May 2nd, they initiated their first ever takeover heist.
Damn.
They kicked open the bank doors, fired warning shots into the ceiling, swept the vault, and walked out in under 6 minutes with nearly $750,000. And high on success after making it out clean, they hit their second score only 29 days later. On the morning of May 31st, Phillips and Matassarino took over a Bank of America branch in Winnetka.
I know they are gonna be rich motherfuckers after this. Dude, no way. This is crazy. They're climbing the ladder right now.
Walking out once again with just under $800,000, accumulating a net worth of approximately $1.6 million
are insane.
in 30 days. And by this point, the FBI Violent Crimes Task Force and local law enforcement were rattled. The suspects were virtually uncatchable. It was evident that the two robbers had gone from violent outlaws to swift professionals in a short period of time, prompting the FBI to change the duo's name from the AK-47 Bandits to the High Incident Bandits.
High Incident? Dude, that's such a downgrade of a name. The High Incident Bandits. The AK-47 Bandits were way cooler. I'm sorry. That shit's the High Incident. Why add so many words to it? Petty won the VIP? Soon, Slush. Soon, buddy. Once you get up to 1 month watch time, I got you.
Over the next several months,
anybody
a
with
massive
1 month
joint
watch time
operation
deserves
spanning
that
multiple law enforcement agencies within Los Angeles County sent officers to stage, outside of banks, and other potential targets.
I ain't doing that. What do you mean you ain't doing that?
Bandits. But the robbers at the time went on hiatus.
It'll be permanent if you have one.
Upgrading their arsenal and mostly planning their biggest score yet. Phillips and Matassarino narrowed down their options to branch 384 of Bank of America, located in North Hollywood, California. It was the largest bank in the area by far and had the potential to net them at least $2 million for 10 minutes work. It was the optimal location for many reasons. Professional bank robbers tend to hit branches located on street corners for a better escape egress. Branch 384 was a single building lot, meaning not only was it a corner branch, but it had two corners of the lot, with both freeway access nearby and city-side streets.
Holy shit, so these motherfuckers are gonna get away. Damn, what a design. What a design for robbers to get, like, actually demolish these places, buddy. Seriously, these fuckers are insane, though.
Leading into the valley. It was the perfect stage for the perfect heist. They chose the date of Friday, February 28th, and they loaded up for war. They attached level 3A
because they knew the highways were going to be so busy. But that's kind of strategic, though. Because, like, they need to be busy so they can get away and blend in. These motherfuckers are trying to blend in, I think.
Body armor to the front and back of both their torso and extremities, basically making them pretty much invincible against the police who have 9mm. And speaking of bullets, holy shit! They loaded out with Norinkos with full auto conversions, 75-round Chinese magazine drums, semi-auto HK91, two Berettas, and a fucking Bushmaster XM15.
These motherfuckers are not messing
around. They then loaded
around.
Several thousand rounds of spare ammunition into the trunk of their white 1987 Chevrolet Celebrity. And both men knew there was no going back. They dug their graves in their past robberies, and after getting busted once, they knew they would be facing life in prison. Unspoken, but likely even fearful of one another and the idea of their counterpart cooperating with authorities in exchange for a lighter sentencing. They knew from here on out, contact with law enforcement could only end one way. And on the morning of the robbery, the men each took an unknown dosage of phenobarbital, a central nervous system depressant to basically Master Chief the shit out of their nerves. They suited up, drove to the bank, synchronized their watches, and at 9:17 a.m., Larry Phillips and Emil
is that a beta blocker? Is that what that is? So it's a beta blocker, right? Where they're not nervous. It takes out all their anxiety.
Mascherino clashed through the doors of Branch 384, firing rounds into the ceiling and declaring aloud, "This is a fucking holdup."
They gotta make a movie on this if they haven't already. They had.
While on routine patrol, as fate would have it, LAPD patrol officer Martin Perello entered the bank's intersection of Archwood and Agnes when he spotted the two heavily armed gunmen entering the bank at 9:17 a.m. And just like that, the milliseconds before the heist started, it was already over.
5840, requesting assistance. We have a possible 211 in progress.
Already
Wait, what?
over. And just like that, the bank at 9:17 a.m. And just like that, the milliseconds before the heist started, it was already over.
5840, requesting assistance. We have a possible 211 in progress at the Bank of America. Bank of America. Located in Worcester District. We have shots fired.
Inside the bank, the gunmen took over, while continuing to open fire into the ceiling. And after gaining everyone's compliance, Phillips and Matasarinu began shooting at the bulletproof door that gave access to the bank tellers and the vault. The door, which was only made to withstand small caliber ammunition, broke open after a few shots from their modified Marine guns. The men then forced the tellers to fill their bags with the money from the vault. As they held the door, watching over their shoulders, they realized there was a big problem. There was way less money in the vault than they had anticipated. The adrenaline partnered with the intense stress led the two men to unravel, and bursts of gunfire continued solely out of rage. Matasarinu became so enraged that he emptied a 75-round drum magazine into the vault, destroying the rest of the money. In total, the tellers only packed $303,000. Meanwhile,
but that's good though. That's still a lot of money. That's still a shit ton of money.
Outside of the bank, LAPD officers Perello and Farrell enter the perimeter of a parking lot across the street and are soon joined by multiple officers rushing in to the area. An anxious Larry Phillips noticed the silence outside of the bank. There was no longer any foot traffic outside, or even a single car on the usually busy roadway. He walked halfway out of the bank and heard nothing but the freeway noise coming from a half a mile away. And in that moment, he realized the police were waiting. At which point both men could hear sirens of the cavalry of the LAPD responding, as well as the sound of exploding dye packs in the money bags, rendering the bills completely useless. The officers outside in the money bags of the LAPD responding, as well as the sound of exploding dye packs in the money bags, rendering the bills completely useless. The officers outside were coordinating what they thought would be a barricade situation, until Larry Phillips stormed out of the North ATM lobby entrance, spraying rounds at officers with his Narinka, immediately injuring 7 officers and 3 civilians.
So they had nothing to live for. They did all this shit for no reason, because the money got destroyed anyways. So even if they did get away, it would be useless. Damn, bank robberies don't happen for a reason, because like they've kind of like made it so it was there's no reason to even have money, to even like, you know what I mean?
200 feet away.
Even like steal the
money. They returned fire at the robbers, but their 9mm had little effect on the heavily armed gunmen. LAPD officer James Zaborvan, only a few months out of the academy, gets a shot off on Phillips, wounding him. The gunman turns his attention to Zaborvan.
That motherfucker was insane. Right out of the academy. You know, he was definitely in the shooting range the most too.
Who dives across his fellow officers, blocking the shot. He then seeks cover into a nearby. Who dives across on Phillips, wounding him. The gunman turns his attention to Zaborvan, who dives across his fellow officers, blocking the shot. He then seeks cover into a nearby dental office, where a dentist by the name of Jorge Montez quickly turns his dental office into a makeshift emergency room. And at this time, the elite members of the prestigious LAPD SWAT team arrived on scene. Many of the members, at the time, were even founding fathers of the LAPD's first ever SWAT team, who had a fierce reputation and a highly successful rate of solving the problems within high-risk incidents.
These motherfuckers are going down. No matter what the odds are, you fight through. That's the paramount. Or that's paramount. Holy fuck. That was from a SWAT team member? Yeah, GG's. These guys are done. These guys are
Phillips
done.
retrieves the HK-91 and begins sniping news helicopters with 308, hitting a KCAL-9 chopper's rear stabilizer, until a group of officers who raided a nearby gun store to obtain higher caliber weapons returned and landed a shot on the HK-91, disabling it. Phillips picked back up his Norinco until his weapon stovepiped. Not knowing how to clear the malfunction, he pulled out his Beretta and continued firing at police. And suddenly, realizing it was the end, Larry Phillips took his own Beretta and ended his life.
Damn.
Matasarinu tried to escape by hijacking a civilian's truck, but failed. The SWAT team saw this and took advantage of Matasarinu's exposed position and moved in to engage him while taking cover behind a patrol vehicle.
Yeah, GG's. This guy's getting killed.
The SWAT team opened fire, but they couldn't find an angle on Matasarinu, taking cover behind the engine block of his vehicle. LAPD SWAT officer Rick Massa decided to prone out and found the exposed feet of Matasarinu, got a good sight picture,
Holy
and opened
fuck.
fire, hitting Matasarinu twice in the ankle. Matasarinu collapsed and began skipping rounds towards the SWAT team from beneath the vehicle while laying on his back. And with Matasarinu's body now exposed and still skipping rounds towards SWAT officers, the SWAT team opened fire. And after being shot 29 times, Matasarinu surrenders to police. As they secure Matasarinu
29 times? How's that motherfucker still breathing? How? Brother, how?
his weapon and place him in handcuffs to search for additional weapons, Officer Rick Massa stands over him. Matasarinu looks up at Massa and asks him to finish him off, to which Officer Massa declines and says, "I'll see you in court." Matasarinu succumbed to his wounds and died 56 minutes later. As the deadly shootout came to
That motherfucker got so lucky. I'm not even joking.
an end, the SWAT team
got
entered
the
the
Mac
Bank of
shield.
America to rescue the employees and customers from the vault. After the incident occurred, the LAPD realized the importance of firepower after realizing their 9mm fucking sucked. And they received 600 M16s from the Pentagon,
Holy
officially
shit.
birthing the requirement of patrol rifles.
Wow. How many people did these guys kill?
1 year after the incident occurred, 19 LAPD officers received medals of valor and were even commended by then President Bill Clinton. Despite the injuries, the shootout is regarded as a success for police, who were severely outgunned and managed to prevent any civilian or officer fatalities.
Damn.
The pop culture and lore of the North Hollywood shootout runs deep. From a Megadeth song to a made-for-TV movie, countless documentaries to an op-ed in Rolling Stone magazine.
Damn.
It's estimated that Phillips and Matasarinu fired close to 1,200 rounds, with the LAPD returning close to 650 rounds.
Damn, those
The
motherfuckers
North
have
Hollywood
horrible
shootout
aim.
will always be regarded as one of the most dangerous confrontations between robbers and police that America has ever seen.
Cops and robbers.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe.
That was good. That was a great video. That was a great video. Read DMs. Let's see what the DMs say. After that one, I want you to watch this. Starting at 10 minutes. North Hollywood shootout. But it's 2 West. So that's why we can't watch this one. Shows blood at 22. We try to remember that. Tell more info. You want to play it somehow. It's the helicopter footage setup. Also 2:35. Actually, time. Stop at 9:50. That's so much to remember. That's so much to remember, though. That's the thing. That's so much to remember, buddy. Okay. I can try. Is this the same video? Are these like... Is this the same thing, though? Yeah, I feel that's too much. There's a lot of info, but it's like, it's just too long for that. It's too long, buddy. Okay. Okay. Team. Same story, but maybe watch it off stream. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, guys. Well, with that being said, I'm probably going to get the hell out of here. It was a fun stream. I had a lot of fun. Probably going to get out of here. And then, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being here, man. This is a good stream.
Damn, the chat died. FR, if I'm not here, the stream is dead.
Shut the hell up, Greg. You missed Fall Guys, by the way, buddy. I hope you know that. Me and Slush got a win, actually. Such a W stream. I appreciate that, guys. Slush and I got a win, buddy. No trolling. No trolling. We caught the dub. Okay. Let me send some pics. Alright. Yeah, you can send some pics in. Send some pics in. And then, let me see. Let's see. Let me see here. Damn, that motherfucker got lit up. Damn, that magazine looks crazy. That's the SWAT team? I feel like they're usually like all kitted out. Damn. Okay. Guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Monday. I'll see you guys Monday. Goodbye, everybody. Monday it is, and then we'll be back Friday. See you guys.
Wanna find somebody to trust and lay low.